I'm about to tell you something that might shock you. Hypnosis won't unblock your money flow. And I should know, I'm a trained hypnotherapist. Now, before you click away thinking I'm crazy, let me explain. I'm going to take you through a complete hypnosis session in just a moment because hypnosis absolutely has value. But then I'm going to show you why it's not the solution to money blocks and what actually works instead. This discovery changed everything for me, and it might just change everything for you too. Hi, I'm Trevor. I've been a qualified hypnotherapist for years, and I know the power of hypnosis. I've written countless hypnotic scripts, including ones specifically designed to release money blocks. The techniques work temporarily. But here's what I discovered when I applied these methods to my own 30-year money struggle. The relief never lasted. I'd feel great after a session, maybe for days or even weeks, but the old patterns would creep back in. That's when I realized something profound. Money blocks aren't actually stored in your subconscious the way we think they are. And if you want to understand the effortless approach that makes hypnosis unnecessary, I've created a free masterclass called Effortless Money Manifesting. You'll find the link in the description. But first, let me show you exactly what I mean by taking you through a complete hypnosis session. This session will take about 6 or 7 minutes, so make sure you're somewhere safe and comfortable where you won't be disturbed. You can sit or lie down, whatever feels right for you. If you're driving or need to stay alert, save this for later when you can fully relax. The purpose here isn't just to help you release old money beliefs. It's to show you something important about how this process actually works. Ready? Let's begin. Make sure you're somewhere safe and comfortable where you won't be disturbed for the next few minutes. And as you settle in, you can let your body begin to relax, even if you don't quite know how just yet. You might like to begin by just noticing your breath, an easy, natural rhythm that's been with you since the moment you were born. And as you notice that breath, you may also become aware of the way your body settles, softens. Perhaps your shoulders let go a little. Your hands rest more heavily. And even the thoughts in your mind begin to wander, as if your conscious mind is becoming just a little less involved. Because this isn't something you need to figure out, it's something your unconscious mind already understands. And maybe, just maybe, you've been holding on to ideas about money that were never really yours to begin with. Things you heard as a child, words spoken by well-meaning people who were just doing their best, who didn't know any better. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for every penny. Rich people are greedy. You might have heard things like that, and maybe a part of you believed them back then. But back then, you were just trying to make sense of the world. And now, you can feel the difference, can't you? Between what's true and what's just old noise echoing through your mind. Because the truth is, money isn't a struggle, it's just energy. It flows to where it's welcomed, not where it's feared. And the more you relax into that truth, the easier it becomes to let it in. Now, I'd like to invite your unconscious mind to do something curious. Imagine there's a little vault deep in your mind, a private, quiet place where outdated money beliefs have been stored away, like dusty old books on a shelf that no one reads anymore. You don't even have to know exactly what's there. Your unconscious can take care of that for you. And as you imagine opening that vault, perhaps you notice a few titles on those books. Maybe one says, "I'm not worthy of wealth." Another, "There's never enough." Or, "Money only comes with sacrifice." And you don't have to keep them, because you're the author now. You get to decide what stays and what goes. So go ahead, in your own way. Begin removing those books one by one. Maybe they dissolve in your hands, or maybe you place them in a fire that transforms them into light, or maybe they simply vanish, as if they were never truly part of you. And as you do this, something begins to shift inside, like a space opening up for new ideas, lighter, truer ideas. Ideas like, I can let money flow to me easily. I don't have to chase abundance. I allow it. Being wealthy can be natural, peaceful, even fun. And you don't have to convince yourself, because these ideas are like seeds being planted. They grow on their own, in their own time. And every time you notice a moment of ease, a sense of flow, you're watering those seeds. And now, imagine what it's like to live with no tension around money. What would that feel like? What would you notice first? The calm in your chest? The clearer thoughts? The opportunities you used to overlook, now standing out like gold in the sun? You don't need to know how it happens. Just like you don't need to know how a cut heals. You just trust the process, and it works. So, from now on, let your unconscious be your guide. Let it release what isn't yours and welcome what truly is. And soon, not yet, but soon, you'll come back to the room with a feeling of clarity, lightness, and maybe even quiet excitement, because something shifted, and you'll know it, not in your head, but in your being. So, now, in your own time, begin to return, taking a deep breath in and out, bringing back with you that new sense of ease, that quiet certainty that the old beliefs are gone and a new chapter has begun. You can gently open your eyes when you're ready and carry this feeling with you into whatever comes next. How was that? You probably noticed some shifts, maybe a sense of lightness or relief or just a different feeling about money. And here's the thing, that session was genuinely helpful. Hypnosis can absolutely provide relief from old programming. But now I want you to notice something important. During that session, what were you actually doing? You were letting go. You were relaxing. You were allowing your mind to settle and release what wasn't serving you. The hypnosis didn't create that letting go. It just gave you permission to do what you naturally know how to do. And here's the revelation that changed everything for me. You don't need hypnosis to let go. You don't need to access your subconscious or reprogram old beliefs. Most money blocks aren't ancient programs lurking in your subconscious. They're created fresh every day by trying too hard to manifest money in the first place. Every time you do an affirmation while feeling broke, every time you visualize abundance while worried about bills, every time you try to fix your relationship with money, you're creating the very resistance you're trying to overcome. It's like trying to relax by forcing yourself to relax. The effort defeats the purpose. The people who experience lasting change with money aren't the ones who go deepest into hypnosis or clear the most blocks. They're the ones who learn to stop creating blocks in the first place. And that's exactly what I teach in that free masterclass, Effortless Money Manifesting, the approach that prevents blocks from forming rather than trying to remove them after the fact. Make sure you check that out. Here's what I discovered. Money flows naturally when you stop interfering with the process, just like your breath flows naturally when you're not thinking about it. Just like your heart beats perfectly without your conscious control. You don't need to hypnotize yourself into worthiness. You don't need to reprogram your subconscious. You don't need to clear ancestral money trauma or any of that. You just need to stop blocking what's already trying to happen. And the biggest block, trying to unblock yourself. That hypnosis session might give you temporary relief, but if you want lasting change, you need to understand why the blocks form in the first place and how to prevent them naturally. My free masterclass, Effortless Money Manifesting, shows you exactly how this works. It reveals the principles that make money blocks irrelevant and why effortlessness is more powerful than any technique. You can access it right now using the link in the description below this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the masterclass.